we stand together, we'll never fall. We can make a difference.
Well, hi there, and welcome back to another episode of the All Around Growth Podcast. My name is Rob Kaiser, and I am your host. Today is Friday, October 21st, 2022, and this is episode number 448 of a show where we co-create life together, a show where you join me on our small farm and homestead as we grow all around, where we talk about the 5 W's and how, as we build not just one, but several family businesses here at York Meadow Farm. And today we are going to go live. Now, before I actually go ahead and hit live, I'd like to go ahead and take care of the housekeeping real quick. We are going to, the topic of today's show is actually streaming the show, which we are going to do again, the first official live stream of the show. But as far as the, you know what, let's go ahead and go live. It's 8:45. I told people that we would stream at 8:45, and it's time to go ahead and do that. So let me just make sure things are well, it looks like we are scheduled. So we are going to go live in just about 10 seconds now. So the housekeeping, like I had mentioned, just consists of talking about the show sponsor, talking about some of what you can receive by participating in and supporting the show. And one of the things that you, whoops, I gotta hit the button that says go live. Okay, so I guess we're live. And I'm pausing because I don't really know what I'm doing. But anyways, we're just going to roll with it, guys. If I don't get the live stream, at the very least, what we will... I've clicked add audio and video. All right, here we go. Now I guess we're live. Anyways, part of the housekeeping consists of, you know, the understanding that York Meadow Farm sponsors the show. York Meadow Farm is a big part of why I'm able to do what I do. I have a lot of gratitude for everything that's going on here, and everything that's going on here consists of fermented foods, bath and body products, market garden managed by Cody, just a collaboration of things that are going on here. And if you want to support this show, you like the things that we talk about here, you like the community that's being built, just simply check out yorkmeadowfarm.com. And if you are a listener of this show, perhaps watching the live stream at some point in the future, or simply listening to this, then by all means take advantage of the listener code All Around Growth, or the discount code All Around Growth, and save 25% on your order. So that benefits you, the business benefits us, and it really, well, everyone wins all around. As far as affiliates go, there's not a whole lot to mention today other than the goal setting workbook, which is something that, quite frankly, I talk about, but I need to get to work on myself. We are getting through the end of the year, and I really let my goals slide over the past, let's be frank, the past few months. I have a printout, you know, well, I can show you. I'm on a live stream here. I keep my printed goals on this clipboard here, just for reference, almost all the time. But as a matter of fact, they're not there. They're in a different stack. I've gotten away from checking them routinely. I've gotten away from a lot of things since I've gotten out of the habit of journaling. And, you know, so there's something to be said for consistency in our behaviors, consistency in the things that we do, and also the goals that we set and the progress that we make. Sorry guys, I'm pausing because I'm realizing if I'm going to live stream, it would probably behoove me and everyone if I stayed closer to the microphone on the camera. Anyways, the goal setting workbook was a big part of a lot of progress that I made this year, and the ability to make progress in some of the goals that I had, including financial goals, career goals, business goals, family goals, just a number of goals that helped me outline and identify what it is that I want to do and why, and moreover put together a specific action plan on how to execute upon that. So check out the goal setting guide, which I will link to in the show notes, and you can see everything that I am talking about there. Now let's just get right into what we are doing right now. The topic of today's show is streaming the show. Now earlier this week, we experimented with streaming for the first time, and I did that on my personal channel, and I realized that that was a good experiment, and I went ahead and I had created a YouTube channel for the All Around Growth podcast a long time ago, but I had not done anything with it. So what I did yesterday was I finally put up a short video, the introduction to the show, and then the number 1 episode, which was episode number 234, Start a Fire. So I made a video of that and posted it on YouTube, and I will be posting the top 5 videos and then periodically doing streams like this in order to make additional attempts to grow the audience. And that is the objective with streaming, is just trying to get on a different platform, one that reaches more people. Podcasts are great. I enjoy that, but I have no problem, doing a stream like this and interacting with people as this grows and as it takes off. I am using Streamyard. You can see up at the corner of the screen there that that little logo indicates that I'm using the free version of Streamyard. I would like to at some point upgrade, because that gives you the option to stream on multiple platforms at once. And I don't have a Zoom subscription. I've also been entertaining the idea of getting a Zoom subscription, but the monthly cost of a Zoom subscription could be put towards this. And we'll just have to see what happens. I most certainly do not have the income that I used to, and it oftentimes makes me wonder if I actually want to continue moving forward with the podcast the way that it's set up. And what I mean by that is I could still publish the show and basically get 90 days of free hosting from the host, but I would lose all of the past content. It wouldn't be available, right? But, I just don't know what the nature of people that listen to podcasts, like what the behavior is, and that's probably worth taking into consideration to a certain extent, because you can think about all these things, and you can think about all these things, and you can think about all these things, but for what? And really there's only there's only so many hours in the day too. So what's the end goal here? With the show, I've learned and I've come to understand through collaboration with you guys, the audience, through collaboration with my peers, other podcasters, to, refine the show and dovetail it with everything that's going on here at York Meadow Farm. That's just a sensible way to go about monetizing the show, the utilization of York Meadow Farm as a sponsor, and then working with and supporting other products and services where I can, generate some income through affiliate sales. So that's it. No advertisements. And I think a big part of all of this is just getting out there, but also providing content that's relevant to you. This can't just be, but now I'm saying this can't just be me getting up and rambling about what it is that I'm doing, except that's precisely what today's episode is all about. It's just me rambling about streaming and why, and the benefit of it. Now, oh crap, one thing I meant to do was start the live stream on Telegram, but I did not actually start the live stream on Telegram. So one of the things that I will do is go ahead and start that live stream on Telegram. So in the case that anybody wishes to live stream, I can do this on Telegram and at Streamyard on the free platform right now. I am running through YouTube. That's right. So with StreamYard, one thing that you can do if you've got the upgraded plan is you can stream through multiple destinations at the same time. And when I say destinations, I mean you can go live on, depending on what platforms you're set up on, you can go live on Facebook. You can stream live to YouTube. You can stream live to Twitch. You can stream live to Twitter. And you can stream live to a number of other destinations like LinkedIn, something called Hopin, and that's about it as far as I can tell on the free plan through StreamYard. So, I know that a lot of people out there in the community utilize StreamYard, and it seems like a definitely sensible and reasonable mechanism to employ if streaming is something that you want to do. Is this going to be something I stick with in the long term? I don't know. I'm not really sure how much interest is there for, this, which is just me recording a podcast. However, I'm interested in experimenting with all of the streaming for the York Meadow Farm YouTube channel, and a lot of this is in part some experimentation for that, and you guys get to be the subject matter for the experimentation. And I know that this isn't that scintillating of content, and quite frankly, I'm sitting here thinking, do I even release this, or should I just go ahead and record something new, something a little bit more succinct and concise, talking about the streaming and so on and so forth, because this was a little bit scattered and a little bit discombobulated. But let's be frank, guys, I'm feeling a little bit scattered and discombobulated too. I spent most of yesterday recovering from a seizure. I talked about that in yesterday's episode number 447. And, I will say that even though I am feeling better today, significantly better, there's still a bit of that scattered feeling, but nevertheless, this whole episode today on streaming was one that I actually wanted to cover yesterday after this streaming experiment. But nevertheless, yesterday was kind of a wash, guys. So we're, in a sense, simply trying to pick up where we left off. And, when life presents you with a challenge, that's really all you can do, is pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and put one foot in front of the other. I mean, at some point earlier this week, I mentioned the old phrase, fall down 7 times and stand up 8. And this is no different. Sometimes those things like seizures or whatever it is that you might experience may be tough. And that's okay. Let it be tough, but don't let it control you. Don't let it become you. Let it be a part of you, but it doesn't have to define you. Because we all have baggage, see? What defines us is how we carry it. Understand that. So, I don't know. That's all we've got, I guess, for today with live streams. What I think I'm going to try to do is make the live streams an audience feedback show and see if I can get some engagement and ultimately plan these out down the road. It's hard for people just to jump online at the drop of a hat and just, engage. Now, if it becomes something that takes place at a consistent time on a consistent day, then that's a little bit of a different story. Now, generally I record early in the morning. Is that something I want to continue to do if I do a live stream? I'm not sure. Again, that's probably something worth taking into consideration. But nevertheless, if you have some input on live streaming in terms of what time, what day, then I would encourage you to drop a comment in the YouTube comments right there, or drop a comment in the Telegram chat. You can join us over at t.me/allaroundgrowth. And if you're, this little message, little service announcement goes out to everybody that is not currently on Telegram. Okay, Telegram is basically it's an app that functions very similarly to your native messaging platforms. It works great. There's the ability to engage in groups, some large, some smaller. And one of the nice things about Telegram is there seems to be the ability to engage with many of those of like mind without it turning into too much of an echo chamber. We were having this discussion on another let's see where this was on the another channel, another call earlier this week, but we were talking about the general tone of people in Telegram, and there seems to be this ability to have healthy debate and disagreements with one another on various topics without it escalating into to something nasty. It's a good place to be, and I'm appreciating the networks that are being built there and the connectivity that we're all experiencing with one another and the various communities that we all are building in our own separate ways. And that's a great way to link up with people who are doing the same on Telegram. Many of them are involved in our group, and if they're not involved directly, oftentimes people are sharing what they are doing in the group as well. So it's a great way to get connected, find other people who are interested in what you're doing, and in this case, interested in all-around growth. You know, growth and development of your side hustle, growth and development of your family, growth and development of your homestead on whatever scale it may be. Whatever the case may be, you are encouraged to join us on Telegram, and then you are also encouraged to go check out the show notes in the podcast, where you can find links to all other social medias where we are present, including but not limited to Facebook, Instagram, MeWe, Twitter, and Float. One last thing in the show notes as well, there is a link to leave a rating and review in the Apple Podcast app, or a link to a video on how to do so. At this point in time, this show has the majority of listeners funneled through the Apple Podcast app, and it's important to leave a rating and review on that podcast player, because not only for myself, but for a lot of content creators out there, I suspect their statistics are operating in a similar manner. So if you like somebody's show and the work that they do, check out the show notes for a quick 1-minute tutorial video on how to leave a rating and review in the podcast, the Apple Podcast app, to support your favorite content creators. And as always, if you have any questions or feedback for me directly, you are welcome to email me at allaroundgrowth@gmail.com. And that is it for today's show. That is it for this week, guys. And I definitely look forward to catching you on Monday. This is Rob Kaiser, and thank you.
What can I do?
Remember your why. Remember everything that
The needs are many,
think about.
and answers are few. People turn away, and I wonder why.
This is the springboard that will move you forward.
If I can help somebody,
When things get tough,
then I want to try.
remember your why. One foot in front of the other. Remember, you got this.
People may think that it's odd that I believe in friendship and love. And truth is always the best way to the world that may seem odd. I'm an odd fellow. I'm an odd fellow. Whoa, whoa. I'm an odd fellow. If we stand together, we'll never fall. We can make a difference and answer the call. You know the times are wasting every day, and we can help somebody along the way. People may think that it's odd that I believe in friendship and love. Truth is always the best way to the world that may seem odd. I'm an odd fellow. You're an odd